Well, folks, here we have it. The New York Knicks are facing off against the Miami Heat in the second round of the NBA playoffs. The Knicks beat the Cleveland Cavaliers in 5 games, and the Miami Heat beat the Milwaukee Bucks in 5 games as well. This is going to be simply a dogfight. Last series versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, the New York Knicks, I came into the series thinking that it was going to be more of a dogfight. Obviously, the Knicks had other plans, man. Jalen Brunson, led by the dominant performances of Mitchell Robinson. Obviously, we all know the Julius Randle injury, wind up coming back for game 1, wind up playing pretty well, got into rhythm during game 5, and hurt himself again with that same ankle. We still don't know Julius Randle's status. Seems like it's not as serious as last time. But look, despite not having Julius Randle, the New York Knicks just continue to play well. And most of that had to do with the fact that Obi Toppin, he doesn't really get that many minutes when Julius Randle is on the court. But when Julius Randle has been off the court, the Knicks slide Obi Toppin in there, and he's awesome, man. Obi Toppin in game 5 came in, set the tone in the third quarter, hit a couple of knockdown threes, a fast break windmill dunk for Obi Toppin. The confidence in this young player has just been sky high. You know, all of our young players, Emmanuel quickly showed out in game 5, but that's the luxury of having such a deep team. No Julius Randle. The Knicks can just slide in Obi Toppin. We shall see, though. We don't know if Julius Randle's injury is going to withhold him for the first couple of games here. Game 1 is on Sunday and game 2 is on Tuesday. And then game 3 isn't until 4 days later, which is on Saturday. So who's to say the Knicks look at the schedule and say, Julius Randle, come back in Miami, get an extra week off for that ankle. But we all know Julius Randle is a warrior. And we'll see. Hopefully we can get some updates here. But Heat, boy, the Miami Heat have shocked pretty much the NBA universe. They've shocked me. I'm pretty sure they've shocked their own fans. And who's running their ship, right, is what you're asking. We all know the answer to that question. It is Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler in these playoffs has been simply dominant. Jimmy Butler is simply playing out of his mind. He's averaging 37 points a game, and that was against the Milwaukee Bucks, who was a pretty good defensive team. The Bucks had no answers for Jimmy Butler. Butler was getting whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted. Knicks have to work on limiting the fouls on Jimmy Butler. He's a crafty player, and Tom Thibodeau knows that. Tom Thibodeau coached him. Vice versa, man. Jimmy Butler knows Tom Thibodeau as well. Those two have some history together back in Minnesota and back in Chicago. So the head of the snake for the Miami Heat is obviously Jimmy Butler. Then you have Bam Adebayo, who actually had a pretty good series, a triple-double during Game 5 against the Milwaukee Bucks in Milwaukee. He's playing on a, sore hamstring kind of, so he's pretty much playing kind of injured, but he's playing well. When the Knicks played the Heat during the season, they beat them 3 out of 4 times in the regular season, including the last game at Madison Square Garden to pretty much seal the Knicks into a top 6 seed in the Eastern Conference, and we had their number in the season, just like we had the Cleveland Cavaliers number. Obviously, we all know the Julius Randle crazy shot that he hit in Miami, down in Miami. The Knicks faithful in Miami was going crazy during that game. But just like before the Cleveland series, when I was saying, look, the Knicks have the Cleveland's number. They've beaten them 3 out of 4 times in the regular season. We could say the same thing for the Heat, but the thing that scares me about the Heat is their head coach. Erik Spoelstra is a genius. He's one of the best coaches in the NBA, if not the best coach in the NBA. He has a mind of a genius. The way he schemes an offense, the way he schemes a defense is simply incredible. And Tom Thibodeau on the Knicks side has been, he outcoached JB Bickerstaff in that first round, right? Simply outcoached him, made adjustments. The Cavs had no answer for Tom Thibodeau's adjustments. So the coaching battle, I'll give the slight edge to the Miami Heat, but the New York Knicks have a hell of a coach in Tom Thibodeau, and he showed us that in round 1. Now, in terms of mano y mano, in terms of team versus team, obviously the New York Knicks have one of the deepest teams in the playoffs. Obviously, that's led by Jalen Brunson, who has been a dog for us. RJ Barrett has started to get it going here. Hopefully, we can get Quentin Grimes back, but inserting Josh Hart in the starting lineup, my opinion, if Grimes comes back, I'm leaving Josh Hart in the starting lineup. I love him off the bench. Don't get me wrong, but there's something about Josh Hart in the starting lineup that just gives us an edge right now. Hopefully, Grimes can come back, and, Grimes was in tremendous rhythm to end the season. First round, got hurt, injured his shoulder, didn't really have a rhythm in that first round. So we'll see on that front. RJ Barrett, like I said, was playing extremely well for them these last 3 games. Julius Randle, we don't know the health on him. Hopefully he can get going here. Mitchell Robinson, man. What can I say about Mitchell Robinson? He's playing like one of the best centers in the NBA right now. He is the best offensive rebounding big in the NBA. Not worried about Bam Adebayo. You had Jared Allen and Evan Mobley try to box this guy out. Granted, Cleveland wasn't a great defensive rebounding team, neither a great offensive rebounding team. Mitchell Robinson against Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo is not that tall. No, I believe he's 6'9", 6'10". Bam is a great player. Don't get me wrong. Bam is a great player. But the way Mitchell Robinson is playing right now, nobody is stopping him. Nobody's stopping him from grabbing an offensive rebound. He's just been our rock. He dominated the Cleveland series, and I expect the same result versus the Miami Heat. Then you have the bench, Isaiah Hartenstein coming in, doing his thing for the New York Knicks. This is going to be a dogfight. This is going to be an absolute dogfight. You know, right now the odds have it in the Knicks' favor. In the playoffs, the New York Knicks are the #1 ranked defense in the playoffs. But yeah, the Knicks roster is as deep as they come. Miami Heat are clearly down some guys, but hey, you know what they say, be careful what you wish for. I was wishing for the Miami Heat. This is going to be a tough series. I'm still going to pick the Knicks in this series to win. Things are opening up here for the New York Knicks. If they can get through the Miami Heat, they're going to the Eastern Conference Finals, which is mind-boggling to even say, and it absolutely is crazy to think about. First, we got to get through the Miami Heat. On the Miami Heat side, obviously you have the injuries to Tyler Hero and Victor Oladipo. Oladipo wasn't really playing for them, but Hero is a big loss for them. Didn't matter in the Bucks series, but they got guys stepping up, man. Credit to the Miami Heat. Gabe Vincent has been absolutely a stud. Caleb Martin has been a stud as well. Duncan Robinson, like I said earlier, has been coming off the bench, hitting his three-point shot. He's a sniper, straight assassin from three. Then you have obviously Kevin Love and providing them rebounding and scoring as well, man. Kevin Love can still shoot the rock. He can still rebound the basketball at a high rate. Pair that with Max Strus and Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler. They have a good team, and this is not going to be no pushover. This is not going to be, Knicks in 5. I don't think it's not going to be. I think it's going to be a 6-7 game series. I really do. You combat that on the other end with the New York Knicks, and, as long as we got number 11 running the ship, these are the times that Jalen Brunson lives for. You can tell he's not flustered at all. He lives for playoff moments, and him versus the Cleveland Cavaliers was simply dominant. He went against Donovan Mitchell and sent him packing for the second year in a row. It's going to be a tough series. It is. It's going to be an absolutely incredible series. New York Knicks are in the second round of the playoffs, one step closer to the Eastern Conference Finals. I cannot wait. It starts this Sunday against the Miami Heat in MSG. We have home court advantage. And don't forget, down in Miami, it is MSG South down there as well. The Knicks faithful, including myself, will be down in Miami going crazy for the New York Knicks. And hopefully we can, win a couple down in Miami, because that crowd is going to be, 50-50? Heat fans, Knicks fans? We'll see, man. I cannot wait for this series. I am picking the New York Knicks to win this series in 6 games. They're winning down in Miami. Book it. You heard it here first. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this series. Who do you think will come out on top? As always, I'm Anthony. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Let's go, Knicks. Peace.